Good morning. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines Spirit Most Citizen. I am the diaspora chief. It was another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you, the front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's fee. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you enslaved the African American, the Latinos, etc.? All in all, it was another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed my protest. There is nothing particularly interesting that I should bring to your attention as it relates to my protest. And as you know, when I have protested and when I have updated you as to what transpired while I protested, it is always my pleasure and my delight to bring to you something of a social nature as it relates to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. My people, Ralph Gonsalves is convinced that he is going to lose the next general election. And he has been making preparation for himself and his children because he do not intend to reside in St. Vincent and the Grenadines after politics. Now, according to an article in the Trinidad Express, Senator Anel Roberts of the Trinidad and Tobago legislature did a social media live video. And in that social media live video, he called out Ralph Gonsalves. And he accused Ralph Gonsalves of corrupt practice in Trinidad and Tobago. He is alleging that Ralph Gonsalves used his influence as Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to influence the then Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Keith Rowley, into allowing him to purchase 3 properties in Trinidad and Tobago, properties of the Trinidad and Tobago Housing Corporation Development.
The current Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Honorable Ralph Gonsalves. Ralph Gonsalves, before you jump in the politics of Trinidad and Tobago, to the list of applicants waiting and begging for housing in Trinidad and Tobago, now stands at 214,000 citizens. Are these documents that I hold in my hand belonging to the family of Ralph Gonsalves? This letter to Storm Gonsalves, the HDC, the Housing Development Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, saying, letter of offer of sale of property at Victoria Keys, Unit 1E, Tower 2, Unit Type, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. This document for Storm Gonsalves of an HDC house in Trinidad and Tobago at Victoria Keys. Ralph Gonsalves, is that your son? He stated here that he is an app development company and he's a businessman and so on, and that he makes $25,000 exactly per month. This here also is another HDC house, one Eloise Gonsalves, a housing development corporation house built with taxpayers' money. They go, Mr. Ralph Gonsalves, is Eloise Gonsalves your wife? Is she in receipt of an HDC house from the PNM? Mr. Ralph Gonsalves, is Soleil Gonsalves your daughter? Is she also in receipt of an HDC house from the PNM, paid for per month by you, Ralph Gonsalves?
One for ISIS, one for Storm, and one for Eloise. When Storm Gonsalves applied for one of the houses, which he wasn't eligible for, in his application, he said he is an IT specialist and he makes $25,000 per month. Storm Gonsalves and Elvis Gonsalves may have connection to Trinidad and Tobago, but they have never lived in Trinidad and Tobago. They have never paid taxes in Trinidad and Tobago. And at the time of the purchase of these properties, they were not living in Trinidad and Tobago, and they're still not residing in Trinidad and Tobago. And to add insult to injury, both Storm Gonsalves and S.V.G Gonsalves lied when they were asked to declare their assets, their monthly income. Storm said he's an IT professional making over $25,000 a month, but he didn't declare the monies he made from his luxury boat charter company. He did not declare the monies he made or is making from the luxury resort business he have in Beckway. Eloise also did not declare the money she make from the restaurant she owns at the Argyle International Airport or the boutiques she owns in Dominica. It is clear that Storm Gonsalves and S.V.G Gonsalves lied on their application to the Trinidad and Tobago Housing Development Corporation. That makes their application a fraudulent document. No one should be made to benefit from the criminal act of fraud or deception. If Prime Minister Kamala Prasad is going to live up to the commitment she made to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, then she has an obligation to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and her words to rescind those agreements. She must also ensure that the cost of the whole process, which is from processing the application to the rescission of the deal, is taken out of the money that they spent for the property, and the balance would be given back to them. If Prime Minister Kamala Prasad does not do this, then she is not looking out for the best interests of the tax-paying Trinidad and Tobagonians. So what I want to know is, who is Storm working for, and who is paying Storm Gonsalves $25,000 a month? Is Storm the government IT specialist? And when I say government, is Storm the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines IT specialist? If he is, please let me know. So when Ralph Gonsalves is trying to get credit for sending 15,000 EC dollars to the student in Jamaica after the passing of Hurricane Melissa, Ralph Gonsalves invested $1.5 million to purchase a house in Trinidad and Tobago for his wife, S.V.G Gonsalves. He also purchased a house for his daughter, Isis or Sulia, for $1.3 million. So when he is bragging and saying that he sent 15,000 EC dollars of his money to the students in Jamaica, he is spending almost $6 million on properties for his families. That is because Ralph Gonsalves is preparing to lose the election. He is putting the things in place to ensure that when he loses, Storm, Isis, Eloise, and himself do not have to contend or face the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and look us in the eye on a daily basis. So all of you people who are jumping up, Labour now, 6 in a row, Ralph Gonsalves have already put things in place to run away when he loses the election and leave you fools behind to make it how you can. He don't care about none of you. You'll have to make it how you can. Ralph Gonsalves is going to live in the United States after he left politics, and he will go to Trinidad and Tobago now and again on vacation. That is why he's preparing. So when he's spending $1 million to bribe you with stove and fridge and washers and dryers, etc., he is spending much more money than that on his family. Ralph Gonsalves' salary, even as Prime Minister after 25 years, does not make him a millionaire, because he still have living expenses to take care of. So the question we ought to ask here is where did Ralph Gonsalves get all of these millions of dollars to be able to buy his daughter Isis or Sulier a house as a wedding gift? Where did Ralph Gonsalves get these millions of dollars to spend on homes outside of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Not only that, Ralph Gonsalves said to the reporter who interviewed him that his children are Trinidadians, not Vincentians. He did not say that his children is also Trinidadians. He make it emphatically clear that his children are Trinidadians. He did not say that they are the holder of dual citizenship, because he declared that Storm has a Trinidad and Tobago passport. People, ask yourself this. Ralph Gonsalves himself knows he's going to lose the election. He knows he is going to lose his seat. Why are you running about behind Ralph Gonsalves, knowing that Ralph Gonsalves is going to lose the election? People, be smart. You can't be on the wrong side of history. Make sure that Ralph Gonsalves loses seat. Let him be the first political leader in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who was in charge of the resources of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Did not only lose the election, but lose his seat in the House of Parliament. This should be the mission of every Vincentian. Let him take the money that he have already steal and go with it. He won't live long enough to spend it. And his children are still going to die poor. My name is Chief Strongman. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite most citizen. I am the diaspora matrix. My people, like this video, share this video. Let me know leave a comment on this video. Let me know what are your thoughts about what was said in this video. Remember to like or subscribe based on which social media platform you're viewing from. And remember, there are many more videos like this right here. Go through those videos and let me know what are your thoughts. I'll talk to you soon.